because DK Shivakumar has reached the ED office currently?
Whatever I know information, but still I have not got the actual one in my summons, what all they are asking. Anyway, this is the law of the land. Let us respect the law of the land.
Sir, just one question. Sir, last time when you were called in for questioning. Sir, have you made any donations to Young Indian? Sir, the question that is being asked is that
Ashish, DK is there maintaining that he has no idea why he's been called. Perhaps that's the brief that's been given by his lawyers, that there is no need to divulge any extra information in front of the media.
So, that is what he says, that he's not willing to give any information as of now. He said that he's not willing to give any information before media. But interestingly, there have been certain donations that have been made by him, and he's not answering to that, whether he is DKS along with his brother have they made any donations or not. He's currently at the window where his pass is being made, and the entire media is looking forward for what he has to say. But as of now, his pass is being made by the Enforcement Directorate officials at the main gate. And as he said that he's going to appear, he said that he's a law-abiding citizen, and that is why, since he has been asked by the Enforcement Directorate to appear before them, so he's here. So let's see what he says, what he has to say for yes, no. Mr. Shivakumar, what do you have to say on the donations made by you? So just the donations. Just on the donations, if you can say. Yes. So that, if you see that DK Shivakumar is gone inside the office, he has not commented on the donations that have been made by DK Shivakumar as well as his brother to Young Indians. So he's got nothing to say on that. But he said that he's a law-abiding citizen, that is why he is here, and that, the rest of the things he has not answered.
Ashish, it's very interesting. He did take all the other questions, but these pointed questions are the ones that he's ignoring. So if you could walk us through those details of the irregularities in the deposits and donations made by him to Young Indians.
So, he has been keeping, he's been saying before the media, he doesn't know why he has been summoned by the Enforcement Directorate. But, there is something which is in public domain, and it is about the donations that have been made by DK Shivakumar and his brother and various other Congress leaders from Andhra Pradesh to Young Indian. So the Enforcement Directorate is basically looking at the nature of money that has landed into Young Indian, whether it was legitimate in nature or not. That is why the Enforcement Directorate, if you see, Enforcement Directorate has summoned a number of officials, a number of people associated with the Congress in Karnataka. We've already seen Geeta Reddy, Sudhakar Reddy, and various other people who occupy senior positions in Congress. They have all been summoned by the Enforcement Directorate. DK Shivakumar had requested for not appearing today. He had asked for time until 23rd, but his request was rejected by the Enforcement Directorate, and he was asked to appear today before the Enforcement Directorate, and he has appeared. But if you look at the pointed question about the donations that has been made by DK Shivakumar and his brother, he is not willing to answer that question. That is something really interesting, because he is not being able to give any answer to the number of people who asked this question about the donations. But none of them, they have not been able to give any satisfactory answer on that.
All right, the Congress are facing the heat because of the National Herald case, Ashish, but they're also using the timing of this questioning to their advantage. They're saying that it's clear that this is a case born out of vengeance, it's a witch hunt, and time and again reiterating the fact that in the NDA-2 era, 95% of the cases of the ED are actually against the opposition.
So that is, if you see, that is to a certain extent true. There is no doubt about it. But ultimately, these cases have to stand in the court of law on their own legs. And, if the Enforcement Directorate or the CBI or the Income Tax knocks your door, it certainly is a situation where they have certain details with which they can stand in the court of law. So here, certainly if you see if DK Shivakumar has been summoned, there would be some evidence with Enforcement Directorate and the basis on that only he has been summoned today. So here we already see DK Shivakumar inside the Enforcement Directorate office, and his questioning should start in another 5-10 minutes, and obviously it's going to be a long day for him.
Stay with us, Ashish. Let's also take in a word from Ritu, who joins us from Karnataka, where that Bharat Jodo Yatra is taking place. Ritu, today is a day Rahul Gandhi is going to be visiting the Adichuchunagiri Mutt, which is very important for the Vokkaliga community. If you could walk our audience through the importance of that community, because we know the importance of the Lingayat and the Vokkaliga votes in the state, and both the BJP and the Congress, they're desperately trying to woo the Vokkaliga community that DKS hails from. He's been held up in the national capital. So that timing very suspect today.
So yes, the Adi Chunchanagiri, the Vokkaliga Mutt plays a very crucial role in run-up to an elections. We have seen how the significant role has been played earlier as well from this Mutt. So that's the reason you see DK Shivakumar during this Bharat Jodo Yatra had a plan of taking Rahul Gandhi to this Mutt, and therein also trying out their best for the upcoming elections as well. They also had a long day preparations over there, and there were events as well that were being planned. But yes, likely that today or tomorrow the Congress leaders will be visiting Adi Chunchanagiri Mutt. But however, the ED has summoned the DK Shivakumar, and there the Congress leaders are upset about the hindrance that has been caused to the Bharat Jodo Yatra. But today Bharat Jodo Yatra, however, has been told by the DK Shivakumar, resumed in the Nelamangalam in the Mandya district, and therein it stopped for a break at 10 a.m. and then now on a break, and it will again resume in some time. But of course, as given a word out by from the DK Shivakumar himself, saying that they are law-abiding brothers and they will appear in front of the ED, and thus Bharat Jodo Yatra should go on, and this has to somewhere give a message to the BJP party as well that they are not scared of a kind of actions that are being made against those against the Congress leaders. They will be a law-abiding citizens and also perform their best in front of the ED as well, and for the Bharat Jodo Yatra too.